What's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name's Michelle. If not, welcome back. Today we are getting into the first season of Loki. But before we do, if y'all can drop a like on the video because it really helps with the algorithm, and as always, I'd appreciate it. Now, Loki. The last time we saw him, the Loki we have now is sort of our Loki, but not our Loki. Like, I don't know how this time travel and alternate timelines and I'm not really sure of the nomenclature. Is it like an alternate timeline, an alternate universe? Is an alternate timeline an alternate universe? I'm so confused. Hopefully I become less confused when we kind of sit with this Loki, because I know the Loki we spent since, when was the first time we saw Loki? The first Thor movie, right? Yeah, first Thor movie was the first time we met Loki. And that was the Loki we've been with the entire time. But, in a way, the Loki that escaped, like when he took the Tesseract and went into wherever the hell he went, that's our Loki too, right? It's just a past version. I'm so interested, what makes him different from the Loki that we've got? Because his experiences would have been the same. Actually, no. Hold on now. This Loki got picked up at the first Avengers movie, so he didn't go through Dark World. Right? He didn't go through Dark World. He didn't experience the death of his mother or his father. He didn't go through Hela, the Ragnarok. Yes. Okay, hold on now. So this is our Loki up until the first Avengers. He has not experienced any of that, and he probably won't now that he's in a different, he jumped out of his path, because the path that he was on would have led him to the Dark World movie, but he jumped somewhere else, so he won't have those experiences. That is very interesting. I wonder what that does to the time, to all timelines. How does it? Because I know we touched on it a little bit in Endgame. Was it Endgame? Yeah, it was Endgame, when they all do the time heist and Bruce talks with the Ancient One, and she makes it very clear he has to bring these stones back. So I wonder if the series will delve into that, because he's jumped somewhere else and he hasn't gone through the experiences that we've seen him go through. So we're getting a less traumatized, but not as evolved, because he hasn't gone through the death of his mother or the death of his father or Hela. He hasn't experienced the death of his people or Ragnarok and the growth him and Thor have gone through. He hasn't experienced any of that, so he's not as traumatized. Still traumatized, just not as, and not as evolved. So we're getting between Avengers and Dark World Loki. I am interested. I'm thoroughly interested. He's our jokester. Our jokester villain that is a villain, but not really. What do you call them? Deuter and how do you pronounce it? Deuter antagonist, whatever the fuck you call it. Don't come for me. I completely butchered that word, but you know what I mean. Loki does start off as our villain, but not really, just misunderstood. Anyways, let's get into this mini-series, right? These are little mini-series. So grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you want your favorite reactions, and just get comfortable, and let's get to New York. So we're just jumping from when he grabs the Tesseract and jumps out. Gotcha. Ooh, I like the green on the Marvel Studios. Gobi Desert, Oh, why are you in Mongolia, Loki? How did we end up there? What the?
Appears to be a standard sequence violation. Branches growing at a stable rate and slope. On behalf of the Time Variance Authority, I hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline. Last chance variant.
Variant. So variant, like a variable, like he jumped the timeline he was supposed to be on. Oh shit! Damn! They really did Loki like that. It's in slow motion.
Speed, but feeling all that pain in real time.
Who are you people?
What is this place?
So this is an entire organ. What the boy? So you can like reset. Oh my god. So how did our people jump around the timeline without getting caught by them?
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
What the fuck? ¿Cómo estás? What?
Oh, this is absurd.
Is that gonna print out too? Stop talking.
Hi there. You're probably saying, this is a mistake. I shouldn't even be here.
Yes.
Welcome to the Time Variance Authority.
Oh,
I'm
aren't you
Miss
cute?
Minutes, and
Miss
it's my job to
Minutes.
catch you up before you stand trial for your crimes.
What? Like crimes for invading Earth?
Long ago, there was a vast multiversal war.
Hey, it's like a cartoon.
But then the all-knowing timekeepers emerged, bringing peace by reorganizing the multiverse into a single timeline.
This is a lot of information.
Maybe you started an uprising, or were just late for work. Whatever it was, stepping off your path created a nexus event. Timekeepers created the TVA and all its incredible workers.
Okay, this is so much information. So essentially, let me just like try to get it all in. They said the timekeepers chose like a proper whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, a proper timeline. And I'm guessing the proper timeline is whatever timeline that does not lead to the multiversal war. So I guess that's what makes it the proper timeline. If it doesn't, if the timeline that we're on does not cause war, then it's the correct one. Because I'm like, who gives you the authority to say this is the proper timeline? But like, they're trying to avoid a multiverse war. So whatever timeline that leads to that, that's the one they clip, and then they stick to this proper one that avoids it. And Loki taking the Tesseract goes against the proper timeline, and so when he jumps off of the timeline, he's now a variant, and that variation in his story, his path, creates a different timeline, and that timeline can lead to a nexus event. I'm trying to get this all correct. It's a lot. I'm loving it. I'm loving the cartoon. I like how they're disseminating the information to us. I'm loving all of it. All time, always, the Time Variance Authority Narrative Commission. That is so creative and cute. I'm loving these miniseries.
Who actually believes this bunkum?
Me.
I tried to ask that guy for a ticket. Sir? Were you raising your voice with me, Buckethead?
Oh my god. What?
Don't hesitate to let us know how we're doing.
He's like, bitch, I got a ticket, don't do that to me. Ooh. I love these miniseries so much. This is so cool.
How do you plead?
Madam, a god doesn't plead. Look, this has been a very enjoyable pantomime, but I'd like to go home now. You see, I only came into possession of the Tesseract because they traveled through time.
Yeah. How did they dodge?
We're not here to talk about the Avengers.
Oh, no?
No. What they did was supposed to happen. You escaping was not.
Oh. So that's why they didn't get popped?
Not supposed to happen. According to whom?
The timekeepers.
So all this is telling me is that time is written. Because how do they know he's not supposed to jump the timeline, or that the Avengers were supposed to do what they did if time isn't already written? And that makes me wonder if it's all just cyclical.
It's on you.
Okay. I feel like I'm always looking up to you. I like it. It's appropriate.
Oh. Okay, little sub going on. Little sub dom sub going on. I'm for it.
If the TVA truly oversees all of time, how have I never heard of you until now?
Because you've never needed to. You've always lived within your set path.
So there's no free will. It's my finger itchy. Ugh, it's my right hand too. I'm gonna lose money.
The first and most oppressive lie ever uttered was the song of freedom. Choice breeds shame and uncertainty and regret. There's a fork in every road, yet the wrong path always taken.
You would know all about that, wouldn't you? You're the poster child of that category.
What is this?
A sampling of your greatest hits, if I may.
From his point of view.
Do you enjoy hurting people? Making them feel small? Making them feel afraid?
Your game.
Is this a therapy session now?
This is one of my favorites.
Bourbon and soda?
Thank you.
Oh. He looks more like Tom Hiddleston than he does Loki.
You might want to take a look at that note. I have a bomb.
What the? Huh?
Brother, Heimdall, you better be ready.
Is he about to is this based off that weird story of a guy that like stole money and then jumped out of a plane or some shit?
I can't believe you were
Allegedly.
Cooper.
Yeah.
The TVA doesn't just know your whole past. We know your whole life, how it's all meant to be. Think of it as comforting.
Comforting or depressing?
Always so perceptive about everyone but yourself.
And then the Dark Elves attack the palace, and you think you send them to Thor. But instead, you send them...
I'll never tell.
Ooh, that's how he finds out his mother dies. And he's partially responsible. That's fucked up. Fucked up and sobering. And he's probably not inclined to believe this.
Where is she?
You lead them right to her.
I don't believe you. You're lying.
That's the proper flow of time, and it happens again and again and again because it's supposed to, because it has to.
That's depressing.
I'll kill you.
What, like you did your mother?
This feels like they're just trying to break. He's trying to break Loki. But to what end?
All so that others can achieve their best versions of themselves.
They said, Loki, you're just a rung on someone else's ladder. That's so fucked up. Oh my god. End me. End me. Take my existence off the sacred timeline. I don't want it.
We have a situation.
There's always a situation.
We have ourselves a situation.
Okay, Loki, I think we can finish up tomorrow and just pick it up.
Gone. What you should have known. You know his entire life and his habits.
I know you. You're that criminal with the blue box.
Give me the Tesseract or I'll gut you like a fish, Casey.
God damn. What's a fish?
How do you not know what a fish is?
They don't know what
I
fish.
lived my entire life behind a desk.
What is this place? He doesn't even know what fish is, or he lived his entire life in a cubicle. And the other, oh my god, what's his name? Mobius. He asked him how long he's been here. He's like, I don't.
Infinity Stones?
Oh, why are they just in a drawer? Are they real or are they fakes?
Oh, we actually got a lot of those. Yeah, some of the guys use them as paperweights.
Bitch! What? So do they just not have the desire to use them? Because he doesn't even know what a fish is. It's like... So did they deprive them of certain things so they don't have the motivation to use such powerful weapons? Or not even weapons, but powerful tools? Y'all using Infinity Stones as paperweights? Thanos would be so pissed. What the hell's wrong with him?
Is this the greatest power in the universe?
Great, he's gonna want to rule the TVA. He's like, you know what? Fuck Earth. I mean, if you have the power to control everything and everyone's future, their lives, their stories, yeah, I'd say that's probably the most powerful place in the world. Or universe, or whatever. Multiverse? Universe? He's like, change this picture. Fuck them. Oh my god. To essentially say you are a rung on someone else's ladder. Like someone has to use you as a stepping stool to self-actualize. Or on their journey to self-actualization. I'd be so fucking pissed.
Loki, I thought the world of you.
These really are Loki's greatest hits. Probably wondering what the fuck happened to his eye. Oh shit, is he about to see himself die? Fuck that. Aye. His death was so brutal. And to start Infinity War off with such a brutal, like, really essentially said everybody's dying in this movie. Ugh. So his destiny is like to die at the hands of Thanos. Like that's how it happens on the sacred timeline. That's fucked up. Oh, this is some ominous music. Don't you do some foolishness. Damn. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, now he's free of the thing. So I wonder if he can use magic now that he's free of the collar. But they said no one can do magic here. Oh. Oh, don't. Oh, he's gonna keep doing it. Oh, that's fucked. He's such a little asshole. Loki's been through a lot in one day. He tried to conquer Earth, failed, got his shit wrecked by everybody, including the Hulk. Then he learned about time variance. His death, his mother's death, his father's death. This has been a fucking 24 hours for him. I don't think they were gonna let you go back.
I don't enjoy hurting people.
Okay.
It's the cruel, elaborate trick conjured by the weak to inspire fear.
The desperate play for control. I can't offer you salvation, but maybe I can offer you something better.
Yeah, he hasn't said.
Variant's been killing our Minutemen.
And you need the God of Mischief to help you stop them.
The variant we're hunting is...
Oh, it's a...
you.
Oh.
I beg your pardon?
So that's why he's been trying... Oh. Oklahoma. 1858 Oklahoma. So that's why he's been trying to, like, get into the mind of him.
Set a charge.
Wait. Someone's out there.
I'm guessing that's our other Loki. All that oil. Why is this Loki just killing him off? Little misfits. have no words for, oh, he's an executive producer. Okay, Tom Hiddleston. Okay, I see you. Get your bag. Very lore heavy episode, and I say that in a good way. It feels like we're expanding again. Like, you know how when we first met Thanos and we were like going through like the galaxy, I think the first expansion was like maybe with Thor, and then we got Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and we just kept getting like more planets and learning more about different what do you call it, like races and species throughout the world with like the Captain Marvel movie. It feels like we're expanding again. So you're a variant. The fuck? Like a little brochure when you come in. You're a variant. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna try you for your crimes, which you will be found guilty of, because I don't see how there's any other way for you to be found other than guilty. And we are going to kill you. Okay, everyone, so that was the first episode, and I am loving this show. Well, just this first episode. But it really, like, the feel I get from the narrative thus far is I don't even know if we would call it the narrative, but like the plot, like it feels reminiscent to when we got the Guardians movie, or like multiple movies where we were sort of delving into different races and species and cultures. It felt like we were expanding the scope of the universe, the not just the universe in narrative, but the universe, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe was like expanding to include more settings, more places, more races, more cultures. And it feels, and I think that we're expanding it to like bring in Thanos and different characters that'll all come together to defeat him. And it feels like we're expanding again, but this time in terms of time and all of its rules and its regulations and its history. Like it feels like this episode was really lore heavy, and I say that in a good way, to help expand the scope of the MCU. Like I got like that, really, that's what I'm getting from this first episode. And I'm not quite sure, like I don't think I'm right. I'm absorbing all of the information still, so I could be wrong about this. From what I'm understanding, everyone's life is already determined. Your choices are determined. Your life, your death, your path has already been planned out. And it's, well, not even planned out, but approved per se by the timekeepers, specifically to prevent a war of timelines, to prevent collapse of the timeline, essentially. And any deviation from these choices will lead to nexus events, is what I'm understanding. Like Loki jumping out of the hotel or the Stark Tower, leaving, ending up in Mongolia. If he had continued on that path, he would have eventually created like a branch that would have collided into the sacred timeline, and it or what maybe that branch that Loki's now creating would create further branches, and those branches would create further branches, and then those branches would create further branches, and then that's what leads to this collision of timelines that we saw in that little cartoon. And so anything that goes, I mean, I would imagine the timekeepers would have had to like painstakingly go piece by piece by piece by piece and see what choices or what paths every single person throughout the entire universe would have to take in order to prevent how can I put it, like prevent that, like a nexus event, essentially, is what I'm assuming. That's what they're saying. Like a nexus event is what leads to the collapse of the timeline. Like I'm trying to put, like I said, I'm not 100% sure in everything. I'm sure as the show goes on, I'll immerse myself even better in the lore and just getting a feel for it right now. But essentially everything's determined, and it's determined based off the desire to prevent war. I hope we meet the timekeepers. I hope we get more on their backstory and just like what happened, what did they witness, and how did, like, because they said a multiverse war broke out is what the little Miss Minutes, the little clock said, like a war broke out. But how did the timekeepers stop that war? How did they prevent it? How did they redirect into this like course that we're on? Like it's very interesting. Like I feel like this episode poses so many questions, and so what I'm getting is the timekeepers did all of this. They came up with, well, not they came up with, but they like tested or watched or saw or somehow figured out a way for every person to play their role and not prevent war of the timelines. And so they choose it, and then they create like this agency to sort of enforce it and protect it. And this agency feels very like, I don't know how to put it. It feels, because there were two moments that make me like, the guy that Loki threatens says he doesn't know what fish is. He just spends his time in a cubicle. And then he asked Mobius? I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. He asked him, how long have you been here? And it made it seem like he wasn't aware of how long he's been here. Not to mention time doesn't like pass normally here, is what he said, and magic doesn't exist here. So where is here? Like, where's the TVA? Like, is it like outside the reach of time, and like they have to exist in a different plane of existence in order to micromanage the timeline, and they can't be affected by the passage of time? It's like I'm very curious about the people who work in the TVA as well. Now, Loki gets the bomb. Like, it's been one hell of a 24 hours, and we don't even know if it's been 24 hours because like the TVA just doesn't exist on the same plane of time. I'm assuming like time just doesn't function there normally. So who knows how long it's been for Loki since he's gotten there, but it's been a lot. He's tried to conquer Earth, failed, got his shit rocked by the Avengers, took a Tesseract, jumped into a different place, and then ended up here where he's just gotten the entire shock of his life. And he's essentially learning that he's not the main character. Like, he has main character syndrome, but in reality, he's a side character. His existence is really just to help, like, he's an obstacle in other people's paths. He's an incentive for growth in other people's life. He's, like I said, in the reaction, he's just a rung on someone else's ladder, and that's his purpose. And it's cruel, but I mean, I like the cruelty in that. Like, not everyone is a main character. Some people really are just side characters in someone else's story, and that's all you were to them. And then you die before you actually reach your own growth. I mean, we did start to see Loki's growth, but in a way, he was still him. Like, he still stole stupid ass Tesseract, which is what led to the whole Thanos finding them. So, I mean, he grew in terms of like staying by Thor's side, but at the end of the day, he's still Loki, and he's still mischievous, and he steals the Tesseract before leaving the vault on Asgard. But so he witnesses pretty much everyone he loves die. I wonder if we will see anyone like any cameos from like his family. Like maybe Thor shows up. I would love to see Thor and Loki again, because I mean, where we left Thor, he was in pretty like in a bad way. I mean, I think he took off with the Guardians after Endgame, right? And then I mean, he just wasn't good in Endgame. Like the man was just, I mean, understandably so. He was depressed. He went through a lot. So I wonder if like maybe we can see Thor again. That would be fun to see the brothers link up. But would it be possible? Because I feel like the only way for them to link up would be for the sacred timeline to be destroyed, and if the sacred timeline is destroyed, then that leads to war. But then, you know, we need the drama and the conflict, so maybe that's what this is all prepping up to. Like maybe Loki, because he says this is like, is this the greatest power on Earth? And then we also have his variant running around, so we have a Loki running around. I think things are going to change at the TVA, and like I'm gonna make a prediction, because that little cartoon really makes me feel like we're prepping, and the expanding, like all this lore is just expanding the universe. I think Loki and this new Loki, I feel like there'll be a rebellion at the TVA. Like, because I feel like they planted two seeds with that character. Like, I don't know what fish are, and he just stays in the cubicle. And then Mobius or Morbius, whatever his name is, says when Loki asked him, like, I don't even know how long I've been here. Like, how long have you been here? And he's like, eh. So I wonder if something fishy, no pun intended, is happening, and that leads to rebellion. Because this coming in to the TVA and learning about it, I feel like it's going to be destroyed. I feel like the TVA is going to destroy, like this entire agency is going to go up in flames, and then it will impact the story going forward. Because out of, like, if I'm comparing it to Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision, I feel like WandaVision had less narrative impact and more character driven impact. And I feel like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, while there was narrative impact, yes, but it was mostly character impact in terms of getting Sam to accept the mantle of Captain America on his own terms. Now we have Loki, and it feels like we got Loki to this, like, into a better place. Like, I guess realizing his truth and witnessing his life on that screen really got him into a place where now he can, I don't know, I'm not going to say he's like self-actualized, because it's Loki. I just don't expect it, but I feel like he's on a path, or just witnessing and experiencing everything that he's gone through or should have gone through, and realizing that he is very small in all of this, and being forced to confront his own weaknesses and his own cruelty and why he's cruel. I feel like all of this happening in the very first episode is just like setting it up so that it's not character driven, but it's plot driven. If you get what I'm saying. Like, I feel like WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, very character driven, and you don't really get to where they end up until the very last episode, and they're now like new characters with new drive, new ambitions, and the conflict is sort of solved in a way. Whereas with Loki, it's like we got him from A to B to C to D to E very quickly in the first episode, and I feel like it's just setting it up to really expand and break the universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, open in terms of like time. Like, it's really proposing a very, I don't want to say dark, but very would nihilistic be the word? Just the very concept of predetermination, where none of your choices are really your own choices. Like, they are your own, but there's a version of you out there that could take a different path, and if that version of you takes that path, it is deemed wrong and immediately like snuffed out. So the choices you make aren't even yours. You're sanctioned to make those choices. So you are making that choice, and you're making the same choice over and over, but you're doing it under the watchful eye of these timekeepers. It's very intriguing, and it does bring up a concept that is kind of depressing, because we all want to believe that we have free will and a choice, and while your choice on a very micro level is your own, on a macro it's not. Because if you were to make a different choice that would screw with the timeline, they'd arrest you so fast and snuff you out. So it just, you know, it is broaching topics that I feel like are being set to be bucked. Like tradition, like when you buck a tradition or you change something, I feel like the Loki show is setting up change. But change in the narrative, like in the universe, where I feel like the change that we saw in WandaVision was for Wanda, and the change we saw in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was for Sam as well as Bucky. But you get what I'm saying? Like I feel like these two shows were set up to be very character driven. That of course has an effect on the plot, but less so. Whereas Loki, I feel like we got the character part out of the way very quickly, because I feel like we're just gonna like delve into the plot and setting up where the universe is gonna go, the MCU will go. If you get what I'm saying. If you get what I'm saying. But I'm loving it. I'm loving the expansion. I'm loving the lore. I'm loving the creativity, the whole TVA, the bureaucracy, and the like, just the silliness of it. It's so cute, and the way they disseminate that information in a cartoon form is so cute. I really loved it. I will say these shows are not lacking in creativity. I mean, yeah, they're not lacking in creativity whatsoever, and I feel like WandaVision set the tone very well. Like how can I put, like I said in a previous reaction when I did those TV shows, I felt like they understood the realm, like the scope of their powers, their characters, and they built a show that felt very tonally correct to the character that it was really delving into. So WandaVision tonally felt right for Wanda, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier felt tonally right for Bucky and Sam to exist in. And so far, Loki, given his otherworldliness and existing in Asgard, right now I'm not 100% sold on the tone as of yet, because it is so out there with this TVA, and it feels like the narrative is bigger than the character of Loki thus far. So I can't really say if the tone is matching his character, because his character is going through a transformation, or has transformed. So we will see if Loki stands up to WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier in terms of like nailing the personality of the character and setting the tone right for the show to exist, for them to exist in the show. That's just like, we'll see thus far, like, because I feel like it's because there's so much lore, it's like it hasn't set yet, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm not settled in for Loki existing in this TVA because it's so strange. Anyways, this was a great episode. I really, really, really loved it. I'm loving where we're going. It feels like we're expanding the universe, and I can't wait to get into the next episode.
Hi! What's going on? You guys aren't dressed right.
Oh.
So.
That's awkward. You think they'd have like some kind of way to cloak themselves? Because I would imagine being seen, wouldn't that affect the timeline? Like, what if you get seen by some really super smart scientists and they start thinking about what the hell you guys are doing here? Please, settle into your seats, for a great battle is about to commence. Okay, I'm settled. I'm holding up for a hero? Where's the straight lines, Hercules, to fight the rising odds? Oh, now they're just straight up kidnapping? Well, can't say this Loki doesn't fit the stereotype of causing mischief.
What happens when a Nexus event branches past Redline?
Very bad things. It's when the TVA can no longer reset a Nexus event. Okay?
Oh shit.
Boring.
That happens?
That would lead to the destruction of the timeline and the collapse of reality as we know it.
Oh shit. This is so cute.
Watch it. Where's your manners?
Right, I'd be having fun with her too. But not trying to hit her.
Jerk.
Oh, and it goes in the computer. What is she? She's cute.
Let's go.
Look at her with her white hands on her hips and mad. She's a cutie.
So he's taking hostages now?
The variant's never taken a hostage before.
Or he pruned her.
A Loki couldn't have gotten the jump on C20. Fan out and search for her. And hurry up, because we're at 3 units until red line.
So right before it hits the red line, they use those like chargey
If you leave
thingies.
this tent, you'll end up like them.
What?
I see a scheme, and in that scheme, I see myself. We have a saying, where there are wolf's ears, wolf's teeth are near. It means to be aware of your surroundings. It's a trap. He's waiting for you outside this tent.
Should I secure the reset charges?
No, he wants me. I'm the key to his plan. He knows that I'm stronger than him.
Almost 1 unit.
Does he even know you exist?
And we'll need to speak to the timekeepers at once. They're in graver danger than we realized.
Boy, you lying. He a lie. He a whole ass lie.
He's lying. Just playing
Right.
games. There's no one out there.
Reset the timeline.
So doing this, setting those little reset charges, brings it back from the red line and prevents a Nexus event. Got it.
Methods with this Loki are controversial, but
Towing a dangerous variant into the field is controversial.
here's what we did find out. The variant likes to stall for time, and eventually we'll catch the other one doing the same thing, because understanding this Loki helps me get closer to the one we're chasing.
But if their life experiences are different, wouldn't that create a variance in personality? Nature can be the same, but the nurture might be different, and thus creating a different personality.
You're probably wondering what happened out on the mission. That was your first lesson in catching a Loki. Expect the expected. You see, half the fun of being...
Just shut up, please. What happened to the guy I met on the elevator who didn't like to talk? Remember him?
I will say his personality feels different.
I'd like all files pertaining to the creation of the TVA, please.
Those are classified.
Oh.
Like all files pertaining to the beginning of time, then.
Those are classified.
Okay, the end of time.
Those are classified.
Okay, what files can I have?
Is there a beginning or end of time? I mean, there would be a beginning, right? And in order to determine this cycle, there would have to be an end, right? I'm liking the fact that it's bringing up these questions, like the beginning of time, the end of time. And I guess I make destruction of Asgard. Shit. Total planetary destruction. 0 variance energy detected. Tireless civilization annihilated. You know, there's some people still left. They're on Earth in New Asgard.
He's hiding in apocalypses.
Which apocalypse? Any time in history, there's like a million of them.
Let's just say
What are you doing?
your salad is Asgard.
No,
in this scenario.
it's not Asgard. That's
it's
my
a metaphor.
lunch.
I could, let's say, push the Hulk off the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh.
And I could also set fire to the palace.
No, just stop.
Oh my god, you're ruining his salad. The salt would just draw the waters out of his greens, and now it's inedible. Pump it. Oh no. The Mount Vesuvius? Are we about to see its eruption?
We're gonna start very small disturbances.
Very small.
Can you make bird noises?
What?
Bird noises.
Boy.
Yeah, bird noises, like some whooshing noises.
Man. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm with Loki right now. What the hell?
My horn friends, be free!
My horn friends. Oh, bitch.
Right on cue! Enjoy your last meal while you can! Nothing matters!
Oh my god.
I don't believe it.
It didn't
Zero
branch.
variance energy, no branching in the timeline.
Okay, Loki.
TVA would never even know we were here.
Shouldn't we leave?
If it were me.
That shit's coming real close.
I mean, you really believe in all this stuff, don't you?
I don't get hung up on believe, not believe. I just accept what is.
Where'd y'all come from? Because you're humans. Because we've seen different species.
Existence is chaos. Nothing makes any sense, so we try to make some sense of it. And I'm just lucky that the chaos I emerged into gave me all this.
We're gonna delve into where he came from.
We are doing some good work today.
I thought so too.
Telling you, you actually help us catch this variant, and who knows, my friend.
What, good enough for a face-to-face with the timekeepers?
Just in case.
Absolutely not.
I'm with her. Like, not yet. Absolutely not. Oh.
The hell was that?
He dried himself.
To dry my clothes. So I don't announce myself with every
She's
squeak.
so suspicious of him. Rightfully so. Oh, shit.
Hey,
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's okay. It's okay.
what are you doing?
Shopping for plants.
In a hurricane?
It's a hurricane sale. Azaleas are half off.
That's Loki. Yes. Because that's some dumbassery if I've ever heard it. Oh, shit. Well, fuck.
Is he dead?
No, they usually survive. So, you're the fool the TVA brought in to hunt me down.
Me, I presume.
Please. If anyone's anyone, you're me.
Oh, hell no. Two of them, absolutely fucking not. Roll it up, pack it up. No. Two Lokis? No. You can already see with those shit-eating grins, they're gonna be a mess.
Enchantment is a clever trick. Cowardly. A bit amateurish, but clever.
Almost as cowardly as working for the TVA.
Oh. Wow, he just keeps jumping bodies.
Are you going to call your little friends for help?
Hey, their little welcome tag. It's like a marquee. It's a cute little detail.
I'm going to overthrow the timekeepers. And, cards on the table. I could use a qualified lieutenant.
Overthrow the timekeepers, boy.
Loki.
Ugh, don't call me that. You can call me Randy.
God, now I understand why Thor found this so annoying. Listen.
I'm not interested in ruling the Time Variance Authority.
Destroying it? Are those the little charges?
I gave it away.
What did you give away?
The timekeepers, where they are.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. What the fuck?
Hi.
Shit. Yeah. Strong ass trucker. Bitch, is that a Roomba? The music is so quirky. What do they want from you? I don't think they want anything from you. Oh, that's creepy as shit. Oh shit.
What is this about?
Hey there.
This isn't about you.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Our new Loki's a girl. Where's she sending? Holy shit.
Not possible.
Oh my god. So she set the charges and then set them into different places to erase entire areas? What the fuck? He was not expecting this. Toodaloo. Ooh, no, he's not gonna wait. He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave him behind. Yep, That's what you get for trusting a Loki, essentially. What the fuck? How do you stop the timeline from, like, imploding now? How do you erase things that erase? How do you like, do you go and, like, turn them off? Okay, so that was episode 2, and we learned that our new Loki variant is a woman, and she wants to destroy the TVA. Good for her. And I am curious as to why she wants to, I mean, maybe she learned everything that we have learned alongside Loki, like everything is predetermined, and maybe destroying the timekeepers and destroying the TVA is to, like, I don't know, like release everyone from this predetermined path. So maybe that's why she's doing what she's doing. I mean, either way, good for her. And we also learned that she's hidden herself in apocalypses. That fucking word. Am I saying it right? Apocalypses? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. And Loki, our Loki, was very clever to figure out that's where she was hiding. Speaking of our Loki, he does reveal that he has been playing a bit of a long game with Mobius and has actually been looking not to destroy the TVA, but to essentially take over the TVA. Which, I mean, I guess we could have, like, seen that coming, given everything. Like, he's like, is this, like, the greatest power in the world? And he's always, like, cripping for a chance to meet with the timekeepers. He probably wants to get close to them, figure out everything they know, and then kill them and then take their spot. I mean, he always feels like he's destined for, like, glorious purpose and being, like, a leader, a ruler, or a king of some sort. So, I mean, it's not that far-fetched. That was his plan. But I'm kind of sad that he, like, you know, him and Mobius, like, he was playing Mobius this entire time. Or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he just had a hidden, he wasn't necessarily playing Mobius, he just had a hidden agenda. But the bond they've been forming is real, and I'm loving that bond a lot. I do think that conversation that they were having in the cafeteria, where Mobius is just kind of like accepting of everything around him, I feel like a lot of that is going to get challenged, given that, you know, both our Lokis are, like, bringing in a lot of change to the TVA. You have one who wants to destroy it outright, at least I think, and then you have another who's looking to change the powers that be. So a lot of change is happening there, and that makes me feel like all of these things that Mobius is just, like, chill about, he's gonna have to get confronted with it. And hopefully we kind of learn where all of these people come from, because they're all humans, and we know they're different races and species, but why are they all humans? I mean, the timekeepers don't look human. I don't know what species they're from, but why are they all humans that work there? I mean, unless we just haven't seen the other, like, maybe there are different races and species that exist there, we just haven't seen them yet. But for now, I'm just assuming they're all humans, and I am curious as to why they're all humans. Like, these timekeepers are, maybe they chose humans, but no, we've seen other races with equal ability, like equal, how would I say it, like capacity for higher thought. They're all sentient. Like, we've come across the Kree, the Skrull, They're different races. They're just not coming to the top of my head right now, but we've seen other races. So it's like, why are they just humans? Why is it just Homo sapiens in the TVA? But I think we'll probably get that answer, considering these Lokis are bringing a lot of change to the TVA as a whole. Now, while I was watching, I was really trying to understand, like, this, I don't want to say this new Loki, but the feel, like there was like a level of, I don't know, like he didn't feel like the Loki that we've gotten in the previous movies, but I am I think everything the character went through in Ragnarok, there was just this levity that was added to their characters, and I think a freedom of like movement and like this like boisterous expression that all of the characters got in Ragnarok, and it's like it's coming through now into this new show, which is interesting considering the Loki we got was coming out of Avengers. But Loki was, yes, he's the god of mischief, and I can acknowledge like, yeah, he's always like there's a level of unseriousness and the little hijinks that he brings to his personality. It's just, I guess, because Loki's always been a side character, we've never really gotten the full breadth of him, because he was always a supporting character to his brother, and he got the bulk of like everything. So you didn't really get the full range of Loki's personality and his expression and his jokes. I think, I mean, not to say that there weren't like really cute, clever, like the moment where he transforms into Steve and during Dark World, or where in the Avengers Endgame when Tony like grabs Thor and he's like, I'm listening. Like, I can think of like all of these really cute, quirky, funny moments that Loki's character has always brought throughout the series. It's just, it's on a completely different amount of like what we're getting, because the show is all about him. He's in every scene pretty much. It's like, it's him, it's his show. So it just took me a while to like get accustomed to getting just full on Loki and not him like relegated to a supporting character, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it's not unnatural per se to his character, it's just the amount of Loki we're getting is like, it's like with Wanda, like when Wanda got her show, it's like we're not used to getting this much Wanda, because she always had to share her screen time with the other Avengers. And the same thing with Sam and Bucky. Like, we never got Sam and Bucky in any of these movies, because they were always like the accompanying pieces to Steve's story. And then they got their own show and we got more for them. And I think the same thing is now happening with Loki. I think it's just because the TVA aspect is so like, I'm loving the sci-fi weirdness of it all. And then it comes in like it's like it's a backdrop to Loki now getting all of this airtime. And it just took me a while to settle with it. But I don't say any of it in a bad way. Like, it's not a bad thing that you're getting more Loki, or like you're seeing him more, like the way he moves around Mobius. He's just more, he takes up space more. Like, like how they always say you want to use the entire stage. Like if a dancer should use the entire stage, or an actor should use the entire stage and just fill up the room with them. I feel like that's what we're seeing more of Loki do. And it's every scene you're getting it. So it just takes you a while to settle with it, because you're just so used to getting him in smaller doses, especially in a villainous role or as an antagonist to his brother. Or not even antagonist to his brother, just like a reluctant partner at times. If you get what I'm saying. Like, it's not, I don't say any of this, I don't have any like bad feelings or any negative critiques towards the show at all whatsoever. I think thus far it's been really, 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 really good. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I just had that like, what is it about Loki that's like feeling disconnected from the previous iterations? And it was just, he's been a supporting character all this time, and so we never got this amount, and it's refreshing. Like, all of these miniseries is like giving our supporting characters that were always there, and we always got like tidbits of them, but it's just like letting them spread their wings, and it must be so fun for the actors too to like they've played these characters. I spit, I'm so sorry. The actors have played these characters for years, and yet probably never got the opportunity to delve deeper into them until these like mini series, so to speak. So this must be so fun for them to find different aspects of these characters that they've portrayed for years. So for me as an audience view and as a viewer, it just took a little while to like accustom to Loki in this like format, like this amount of Loki. It's great. Okay, I don't say any of this in a bad way at all. Now, this episode leaves off with our, now I'm thinking about it, she said when she was in one of the bodies and he referred to her as Loki, she was like, oh, don't call me that. That's an interesting thing that it just remembered. So does she not go by Loki? Because she said, don't call me that. Huh, that's an interesting thing. But yes, we left off with her essentially bombing the timeline. And I am curious as to how do you take that back? Like, you can't go in and then put an eraser, like a timeline eraser, so to speak, or a resetter, whatever you want to call those damn things, to like reset a reset. Maybe there's like a fail switch, like a master key, and you can shut them all off. But I mean, what happens if they all reach red? Like they said, reality is like destroyed as we know it. Huh. And now I don't know where she went. I'm assuming she's going to the TVA, and that's where Loki went. They both want to see a change in the TVA. One wants to destroy, one wants to take over. This will be an interesting dynamic going forward. I can't wait to get into it. This was another great episode. I'm really liking the expansion that we are getting into the lore. And I can't wait to see our new Lokis like interact with each other. I feel like now that we've seen Loki interact with Mobius these past 2 episodes, and now we're going to see our like new Lokis. And I'm so interested to find out more about her because, like I said, either in this reaction or the other reaction, like not all Lokis would be the same, right? Because let's just say, yes, their nature can be different. I mean, the same, but their nurturing can be different. Like you can have the same nature, but completely different nurturing. And that in and of itself can create different, like you have different life experiences and thus different facets of your personality. So I don't view them to be the same. I think I said that in the second episode when Mobius is like, get into the mind of another Loki, but I'm like, can he really get into her mind well, now that we know it's her, but can he when their life experiences are probably different? Considering that they're variants. And I wonder how she became a variant. This is also interesting. I'm going to jump into the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all there, and take care, everyone. Thank you for watching.
There's something in the water.
Okay, what's in the water?
I don't like the flavor. I don't like the taste.
Why don't we like the flavor of the taste?
We could do potato skins or...
Oh.
Okay, ask.
How many
Something
people are
new,
guarding the
other?
timekeepers?
What? It's a mind trick.
Hey, how long have we been best friends?
Here I thought this was like a past thing. Okay, well there goes my theory. That's right, she did say that she told her where the timekeepers are. So I'm guessing this is how. Oh, clever. Oh, that's right, magic doesn't work there. Use their weapon against them. Oh.
A few questions.
Have you really got nothing else better to do?
Rude.
Is her horn broken on her little...
You're in my way.
You are my way. I thought perhaps we could work together.
That's a no.
Shut up! Hey!
Come any closer and I'll kill him.
She don't care. Oh, yeah, I was about to say. Oh, are they out of the TVA? Oh, damn, they worked that hard. She did all of that to get there. And now she's gone. I'd be pissed. Oh shit. Oh my god, are they under attack?
Is that one of your powers?
Where did you send us?
Bitch, is there a war going on?
You idiot! This is lamentis 1!
I don't know what that means!
The moon that planet is about to crash into and destroy!
Oh.
I don't know where you hid that tempad, but if you blow up, it blows up, and then I end up blown up. There!
So we're a team now? Oh god, no!
Clusterfucks. Her magic still doesn't work?
It won't work.
Why? Because you're a magician?
No, because my mind is too strong.
Fine.
There's no need to fight. Yeah, I was about to say, y'all are in the middle of apocalypse. Yeah, work together to get off this damn planet.
If we can't get that tempad turned back
Where
on.
do you have it hidden?
In my heart.
Well, then I'll cut it out.
God. Very aggressive, girl.
Just because I have to work with you doesn't mean I want to hear your voice.
All right, well, slow down, variant.
What part of imminent death confuses you? Don't call me variant.
Well, then what should we call you?
Because that's not who I am anymore. I'm Sylvie now.
Oh, you changed your name. Brilliant.
It's called an alias.
Oh.
Brute force is no substitute for diplomacy and guile.
Noted.
Oh. Oh. Damn, Grandma. Get off my porch, literally. Oh, the man in the photo. What if he's dead?
Patrice?
Bitch. What if Patrice is dead?
It's been a long time.
She going, no, you ain't real. Exactly. Patrice could be dead.
Patrice never said a thing that nice in 30 years.
Oh. Okay, so Patrice ain't dead. He's just an ass. Got it.
Where is everyone?
The Ark, the evacuation vessel.
Then why are you there? I mean here and not there.
How do we get there?
Train station's the edge of town. But you'll never get a ticket.
So maybe that's why she's not trying, because she thinks she won't get a ticket. Very sad, very, very sad. Gives me Titanic feels when they just got into their beds and accepted their fates. Sad. So you need a ticket to get on the train to escape your imminent death? It's fucked up.
Oh, you're a bit tired. Feel free to, get some rest.
I can't sleep in a place like this.
You can't sleep on a train.
No, I can't sleep around untrustworthy people. I'm not going to waste my time rooting around for the tempad when someone taught you fairly decent magic.
My mother.
What was she like?
She was,
amazing. I loved her in Endgame. My love. Oh, I loved her so much. Of course, they killed her off so quickly.
Are you sure she was your mother?
No, she's not, actually. I was adopted. Is that a bit of a spoiler for you? Sorry about that.
No, I knew I was adopted.
Oh.
Did they not tell you?
No.
That's the perfect facial expression, like, yikes.
When I was young, she'd do these little bits of magic for me. Turn a flower into a frog or cast fireworks over the water.
Not bad.
Thank you very much.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Oh, I'll take us to the end of the world.
It's the end of the world as we
I pity
know
the old
it.
woman chose to die, don't you think?
She was in love.
She hated him.
Maybe love is hate.
Yeah, nah. Nah.
What was that? Love is hate.
Oh, piss off.
Aw. Look at them warming up to each other.
The subject of love. Is there a lucky bow waiting for you at the end of this crusade?
You're a prince.
Must have been would-be princesses, or perhaps another prince.
Oh?
A bit of both. I suspect the same as you.
Hey now.
But nothing ever...
real.
They're gonna be each other's real? Boy, are you singing to her? You just met her. Look at this man. He's lost in the sauce. You just met her. But he's like, you know what? I've known her my whole life because she is me.
Love is a dagger. It's a weapon to be wielded far away or up close. You can see yourself in it. It's beautiful. But ultimately, when you reach for it,
it isn't real.
Is that foreshadowing to the relationship? Oh shit.
Stay cool.
Damn, you done pissed off the rich
Can I see your
people.
tickets?
Yeah.
Now they're gonna have to fight their way out, aren't they?
Hey.
You know, yeah, she's happy. Like, she's full on smiling. She did say that this might just end up in a fight. Hey now. Oh, they did him like Carlton. Jazz.
Well, that's not ideal.
Give me the 10 pounds.
All right.
Oh shit. Reasonable. Yeah, scream your frustrations out, girl. Years of planning destroyed because you came across another variant Loki. This feels apropos, don't it? That only another Loki could screw up her plans.
what about the Ark?
The Ark never leaves because it's destroyed.
Never had us on it.
Oh.
So what, we hijack the Ark and make sure it gets off this moon?
So they're the stone being thrown and it goes in a different direction, like a stone being thrown into water and it creates a new path in the river.
You want to know how enchantment works? I have to make physical contact and then grab hold of their mind. Most are easy and I can overtake them instantly. That young soldier from the TVA had to pull a memory from hundreds of years prior, before she even fought for them.
Hundreds?
I was told that everyone who works at the TVA was created by the Timekeepers.
That's ridiculous. They're all variants, just like us.
They don't know that.
What? So did the Timekeepers, like, maybe when they were trying to fix the timeline, they just picked variants off of it and then created the TVA and just kept them there for centuries and then erased their memories? Because that guy didn't even know what a fish was. This is such a cool set. It's like so colorful. Ooh, yes, shot. Yes, shot. Yes, yes, yes. Circle. Circle, camera, circle. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me. Okay. Oh no. Okay, camera angles. Holy shit. Oh. You know, it's the end of the world. Why are y'all fighting them? I hate tryhards. The world is ending and y'all still sticking to your typical police. Have they? Okay. Where's the Ark? Well, fuck. Because little Mr. Gestapo's back there were too try hard. Yeah, just walk away. Okay, so that was episode 3, and that was like our Loki Sylvie bonding episode / falling in love. I think it's safe to say they're like falling. Well, I think Loki is definitely falling for her. I think she has a lot of like mission going on right now, but he's like falling in love with a variation of himself, and that's a very interesting thing. Maybe that's why he's able to connect with her so quickly, or it's just like, 6 episodes, we got to get them to fall in love pretty quickly. And you know how they dedicate like 1 episode or 2 episodes to like bonding characters and getting them to fall in love, because I swear in TV shows, movies, books, like characters fall in love like that. Anyways, it's clear they're like developing feelings for each other, and that moment where they're exchanging like their mother, like they really bond over their mother. And Sylvie does ask like, what was she like what was his Frigga like? And I am very curious about, because Sylvie says she's been running all her life, but she can recall learning about her being adopted. So I wonder what sent her on the run, and was she a variant prior to going on the run, or did she become like was she a variant who then ran, or did she go on the run and that's how she became a variant? Like the chicken and the egg, like which came first? But I'm so interested in Sylvie's childhood as well as her life, because I think the only information we know about her so far is that she doesn't like being called Loki. She prefers being called Sylvie. She wants to destroy the TVA. She spends her life running from the TVA. Maybe that's why she wants to destroy them. Clearly she's a variant, and that's why they want her gone. I want to know more about her childhood. And we learn about the TVA people being variants. Like she goes into their minds and she finds all their variants. I am interested because she's like, she had to pull a memory out of C20 from centuries ago. But she said, like, when they were in the restaurant, she says, this place looks familiar, and the place looked very modern. So I am interested, like, that little discrepancy, because she says centuries ago, but the place looked modern. So, like, what's going on there? But I am interested in, did the timekeepers take these people, like, maybe during the multiversal war, or whatever they called it, like in the intro, in the like that little cartoon explanation in the first episode, when they discussed like the multiversal war that happened, or did they say it happened, or was it on the brink of happening? Either way, there was a war that was about to break out, and they solved that issue. And I am curious of whether or not these people were like displaced. And so the timekeepers, when they created the TVA, they just rounded up all of these people and said, let's just use them for this, wipe their memories, or at least like fog their brains, and just have them be police officers, essentially like time police. Or did they like take these people just like randomly off the timeline, made them variants? Like, because if you're removed off the timeline, you're automatically a variant, unless that was meant to happen, because based off what they said with the Avengers, that was meant to happen. And so they weren't variants because this was supposed to happen. So she says they're all variants. So if the timekeepers remove them, bring them to the TVA where time doesn't really exist, are they really variants? Because their existence living, so maybe they became variants in the multiversal war, like they were displaced off time and they were brought there, and that's why she says they're variants, because they now exist in a place where time doesn't exist, and they also go to different time zones and universes and timelines as well, like, and they don't create nexus events being there. But granted, they probably don't stay long enough to create nexus events. I'm very, very, very interested in how the TVA formed. Like, I really want to know more about the Timekeepers. I want to know more about what makes Sylvie a variant, like what happened in her childhood. I want to know more about this multiversal war and how was it resolved. Like, I want to know, like, there's so many question marks. Like, this series is very plot driven rather than character driven, and I'm not upset at that. Like, I feel like WandaVision and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier were very internally character driven, whereas Loki feels like character development and internal character motivations are there, but it really feels like the big conflict is the TVA. Like, what is it? The mystery of it, the plot surrounding it, like, that seems to take up the bulk, and it's really, really good. Like, I feel like this is a show that does really well in letting the plot, like the mystery surrounding these big concepts, drive it rather than the characters. Because I want to know more about the TVA. I want to know more about the Timekeepers. I want to know who they are. I want to meet them. But first, they got to get off this planet, which that arc blew up so fast. Because why are these police officers going so hard in an apocalypse? But that's par for the course, huh? Ciao. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'm loving this series. There's so much mystery to it, and I can't wait to get the answers that I'm like itching for, because it's just, you can tell like they're trying to expand the universe, but they really want to lay the groundwork very well. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm really loving this series. I can't wait to get into the next episode, and I will see you all there. So take care, everyone, and thank you so much for watching. And a special shout out to the patrons: Ilmis, Spirit Unity, Quan, Z, Olivia, Caitlin, Nikki, Brand the Keeper, Sydney, Connor, MP, Awkward Geek, Joshua, Thomas, Guy, Fire 12 Wife, Aaron, Emily, Brandon, Amos, Multi-Potential TV, Aaron, Todd, Felix, Michael, Endless Chi, Larissa, Alexander, Theo, Treya, Chatmocha, Lit King, HBK, Nick, Tiffers, Toby, Nina, Cade, Madeline, Matthew, Heidi, America, Villy, Bourbon, Lima, Billy, Villiana, David, Alex, Spencer, Jason, Jim, Karen, Zachary, Valario, Wendy, Santina Moore, Nate, Brenda, Melanie, Emma, Harper, Modawin, Chase, Jacob T, Sammy, Nicole, Vivisha, Ash, Alex, Ashlyn, Rashad, Cool Gal Nan, Aslan, Jacob, Botry, Melissa, Teddy, Jamie, Amario, Jess, Soapy, Lexem, Nathan, Sayla, Clarissa, Donovan, Christina, Wanyo JK, Shirley, Luke, Chairshot Cat, Dexter, Gazelle, and Katie. Thank you all so much, everyone. Take care.